This is a story about a 6-year-old boy who will eventually lose the right hand because the mother listened to the advice of their neighbor not to come to the hospital when the child fell and broke the hand. And they went to a traditional bone healer or bone setter who applied some concoction around the hand in an attempt to stabilize the fracture. And eventually, the chemical was too harsh to the skin and has caused a lot of ulcer, or had a chemical burn. And the child also developed a dreaded complication of fracture, which is compartment syndrome, and eventually came to the hospital with a dead limb that will eventually be cut off, and this child will be deformed or disabled for life. This is because the neighbor, who is not a health professional trained in the area, decided to give an advice, an unsolicited advice, and the mother, who is also not a health professional, decided to stick to the advice of this neighbor, and that has culminated in the loss of limb of this young boy. This boy will grow up with only one hand, and the rest of the story, he may never know what happened. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is an issue in Ghana, and we need to address it. Family members, friends, colleagues, influencers all give medical advice or on things they are not trained or they do not know much about, right? And you need to stop it, because your medical advice is killing people. Your medical advice is causing a lot of harm to people, and you must stop giving medical advice when you are not a medical professional. And to those of you who listen to medical advice from friends, influencers on TikTok, for instance, or other social media platforms, or recommendation by a neighbor or a peer, and stick to it, you are killing yourself. I am advising you that before you adhere or follow the advice, the medical advice of someone, check their qualification first. See whether they have any expertise in the area that they are preferring advice in before you follow them. Otherwise, you may be killing yourself, your loved ones, or your child. Take note. This is rampant in Ghana, and we must take note and stop it before a lot more harm is caused to people. Thank you.